Well, I decided to make two videos in one. I was doing the steak, so I was going to make today with this was with my grilled shrimp. So I started doing it, and I said, why not? Why not just do the video? It's a real easy recipe. So I'm going to start by this going from here on. So this is my own grilled shrimp. So what I did is I got the pre-cooked 2 packages of the colossal shrimp. I know this is the quick and easy way. If you want to do it correctly, you would get the raw shrimp and cook it a little bit longer. You got to watch this on the grill because it can get awfully rubbery and chewy if you over grill it. I took 2 sticks of butter, I melted it. Okay, so right now I put them in there, and that's what it looks like. What you want to do is you want to get these things mixing up, so then the butter starts getting hard and starts hooking onto the shrimp. This will help flare up the grill and then get these shrimp done within minutes, like about 2 minutes on the grill. So I mix it up really good, and again, I use my SPGO, my salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and I put a nice layer on first. This is so good. Not too salty, not too peppery, not too garlicky. Sometimes I do add the garlic to it too, but not today. I don't feel like it. I want to cook it this way. So I get that nice and mixed up. So you get your shrimp, you melt your butter in your microwave, or you leave it out. There you go. Just that's enough right there. What you want to do is you want to see it like it's a light seasoning. You could see the light pepper on it. Okay. So now we mix this up, and now this isn't the best looking, but when this gets even hard, you know, it gets really gooey, and then we put it and we string them up. So what we are doing is once we have the seasoning on here that looks just like this, a perfect light pepper seasoning, then we just let that sit and we let that get ready. I'll cook the steaks, and then truly when you get done with the steaks, you wrap them up, so that when you wrap up the steaks, that they get their the juices pulled back into them. That's when I put this on the grill, because that's 5 minutes, and then I can get this done in 5 minutes, and boom, we have our steak and shrimp right there. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator now, let this get hard, and then I'm going to put them in the screws, and then I'll show you that video here shortly. And then we just throw them on the grill, and we'll get some pictures for you so you can see it. This is how simple this recipe is. Delicious. You get the shrimp. We love the colossal. And then you put the SPGO on it, and salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and then boom. It is the best to go right as a side with that steak. So we're going to have this as a side, not a main dish. But you could put peppers in here, onions in here, and you can even sit there and put it in Reynolds wrap with some spray with the butter and throw it off on the side of the grill or indirect cooking, and you could have yourself a nice shrimp buttery pepper with peppers and onions meal, and you could put that over noodles, make up some egg noodles, and you would have a delicious meal just alone with this. We like this as a side. Okay, everybody, with that shrimp, I left it in there for a little bit. This was going to go with our steak dinner, so I'm making 2 videos at the same time. So, oh, does that smell so good. So, that's what it looks like. It is rock solid. So, I have my shears, and what I'm basically just doing is that butter got hardened on there, and then I just put several of these on. And this is the best way, giving them a little space. butter's nice and flaky. And this is how we're going to make this. Now, I should have probably brought it out a little earlier so it was a little bit more soupy. So I get about 4 on there. And I put it on a plate right, or on the thing right here. So let me just kind of mix this up a little bit. Yeah, this is going to be messy and dirty. My wife, when she first did it and saw it, she was like, well, I'm not going to eat that. And I said, don't look at the way it looks. Wait till you taste it. So this is going to be really messy and gooey. But that's how cooking is sometimes. So we're just going to get this all in here. So if you're doing this recipe, like I said, you know, I usually put about 4 on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewarm up this butter so then I can brush it on. So I like these metal ones. I got these off of Amazon, I do believe. And they are nice and flat. And they got these nice little handles so you can grab it and then flip them so they don't twirl. And that's a big problem with a lot of them, especially a round one. So we got this done. Ooh, yeah. We're going to keep on going. I don't know how many shrimp we got left. But this has just been sitting in this, absorbing this beautiful garlic butter with the SPGO. Now, if you want this to be a little spicy, you put a little cayenne in there. You put a little red pepper flakes. If you want this smoky, you could have put in some liquid smoke. You could also do, for color, paprika. You know. Yep, we just had the timer go off over there. So we got some major, major delicious shrimp right here. And I like the big shrimp. But I could fit 5 on there, but why? Well, maybe I should have, because I only got 1 of these left. I thought I had more. Huh. 2, 4, 6 of them. So I think I'm going to have to add an extra shrimp. Or I could just eat them. It's my choice. When I first made these, my wife wasn't really into shrimp. She was into lobster, and we were grilling these out, and a neighbor came over, and I was talking to the neighbor, and I turned around, and she basically ate them all. You know, left me like about 4 shrimp, and shrimp is my favorite. She is not a very nice woman to me sometimes, everybody. But I cook for her. And I cook for my family, and it's not that hard. Simple little things like this just take a minute or 2. You could throw these with the butter in a frying pan. You could throw them on a sheet pan. So you got all of this stuff you can do, different ways of making it, but I like grilling it. So we got all the shrimp on. I ate 6 of them already. And then you're going to get a little dirty and gooey, but that's part of cooking. So that's why we have our sink right here. Put a little hand soap on there. Get that off. Now what I'm going to do, everybody, is that I'm just going to come over here, and this is what it looks like right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit more SPGO on it. Just a light covering like this. Just to give it a little bit more flavor. Most of my recipes, everybody, is that, sorry about that, is, there we go. Most of my recipes call for this or that. And what I like to do is I always add just a tad more, you know. I never really follow my own recipes. So it changes, it seems like, every time I cook, but always for a little bit better. And that's what you're doing. You're just taking, and you can make this your own. You don't like garlic, you don't put garlic on it. That's the greatness of this. So as it stands right now, I got my garlic SPGO butter all done, warmed up. And now this is going to be a nice base for me to hit up, when I'm grilling. Now, we're making two videos right now. One is with the marinade and just the steak. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep this off to the side because it doesn't need to do anything. And then this goes off to the side. And I'll show you what they look like after. So, see you in a bit. Here. Now, with the shrimp. The shrimp was only on the grill for about 5 minutes. But just look how beautiful that shrimp is. Let me grab, because I'm not going to be dumber than a box of rocks and grab one of these things. But if you look at that, that is a perfect garlic buttery shrimp. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some shrimp down on her plate for her because she is a little bit addicted to the shrimp. So that is going to be hers. So the shrimp came out really good, fried up nice, and then we'll put that off to the side. So this is the beginning of her dinner. She's going to have a nice steak, nice shrimp,